There's a universal law you've probably never been told about, a principle so subtle yet so powerful that it shapes everything you see, everything you experience. It's called the law of gender. No, it's not about male or female. It's much deeper. Ancient philosophers taught that everything in the universe carries two complementary forces, masculine and feminine energy, not as identities, but as expressions of creation. The masculine is focused, directed, structured. The feminine is receptive, creative, nurturing. Together, they form the dance that gives birth to life itself. You see it in nature, day and night, sun and moon, growth and rest. You see it in yourself, moments of action, moments of stillness. Even your thoughts carry these energies, logic and intuition, discipline and flow. But here's the secret. When these forces are out of balance, so is your life. Too much masculine, and you burn out in constant doing. Too much feminine, and you get lost in endless dreaming without action. So why hasn't anyone told you how to balance these energies within you? Before we go deeper, tell me in the comments, do you feel more connected to your masculine energy of action or your feminine energy of creativity? Your answer might make someone else reflect on their own balance. Next, you'll discover how the law of gender was hidden in ancient teachings as the key to harmony, success, and even spiritual awakening. In ancient Hermetic philosophy, the law of gender was one of the 7 universal principles. It taught that creation requires both energies working together. Nothing in the universe comes into being without this polarity. Ideas alone aren't enough. They need action to manifest. Action without inspiration is empty. It needs vision to give it meaning. This law is everywhere if you know how to see it. A seed, feminine, needs sunlight and structure, masculine, to grow. Your goals, masculine, need intuition and patience, feminine, to unfold naturally. But here's the hidden truth. You carry both energies within you, no matter who you are, and the quality of your life depends on how well they cooperate inside you. Most people are taught to overdevelop one side and neglect the other. Society rewards endless hustle but forgets the power of rest. Or it romanticizes creativity but avoids the discipline needed to bring it to life. The result? Frustration, imbalance, and a feeling that something's missing. If this is already making you see your life differently, hit like now. It might help someone else realize they've been out of balance without knowing it. Next, we'll reveal how ancient practices helped people align their masculine and feminine energies, and why that balance unlocks hidden potential. Think about your daily life. When you set a clear goal, make a plan, and take decisive action, that's your masculine energy at work. It gives structure, direction, and focus. When you allow yourself to dream, to flow, to listen to your intuition, that's your feminine energy guiding you. It brings creativity, receptivity, and the ability to nurture ideas into reality. Both are essential. Too much masculine energy without the feminine. You feel rigid, disconnected, always doing, but never feeling fulfilled. Too much feminine without masculine. You get lost in endless ideas and emotions without grounding them into form. This is why ancient practices emphasized balance. Yogis balanced discipline, masculine, with meditation and surrender, feminine. Taoist masters taught about yin and yang, the perfect flow between action and stillness. Hermetic philosophy said, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. And when these energies come into harmony within you, life feels smoother. Ideas flow, but they also manifest. You act, but you also know when to rest. You stop pushing against life and start moving with it. Have you ever felt moments where everything just clicked, like your mind and heart were working together perfectly? Comment below, because those are glimpses of balance. Next, we'll look at how imbalance between these energies can secretly sabotage your relationships, your goals, and even your inner peace. When your inner energies are out of balance, It shows up everywhere. In relationships, imbalance can create tension. If you're stuck in constant masculine energy, you might struggle to truly listen or connect. If you're lost in only feminine energy, you might lack boundaries and direction. In your work, imbalance means either overworking yourself into burnout or avoiding the action needed to bring your dreams to life. Even inside your own mind, imbalance feels like conflict, logic fighting intuition, action fighting stillness. This is why so many people feel like something is missing, even when they're successful. They've developed one side of themselves while ignoring the other. But when you begin to honor both, you unlock a different kind of power. You can be strong and compassionate, driven and intuitive, focused and creative. Ancient masters didn't see these energies as opposites. They saw them as two halves of the same whole, and they taught that the highest potential of a person is reached when these forces unite. If you're starting to see how this might be playing out in your life, hit like now. It could be the realization someone else needs too. Next, we'll uncover how to consciously work with these energies, step by step, to bring them into harmony and unlock a deeper sense of flow. So, how do you begin to bring your inner masculine and feminine energies into harmony? It starts with awareness. Notice when you're stuck in overdrive, constantly doing, pushing, forcing. That's masculine energy without balance. Then notice when you're drifting, lost in ideas or feelings without grounding them. That's feminine energy without direction. Once you see it, you can start making small shifts. When you feel too rigid, practice stillness. Meditate, spend time in nature. Allow yourself to receive instead of always giving. This nurtures the feminine within you. When you feel ungrounded or passive, take intentional action. Set a small goal and follow through. This strengthens the masculine within you. Breath work is another powerful tool. Deep, rhythmic breathing activates the parasympathetic system, balancing the flow between doing and being. Even simple things like how you approach your day can help. Combine structure with flexibility. Have a plan, but also leave room for spontaneity. Over time, these small adjustments create a natural sense of balance. Have you ever noticed that the best days of your life included both action and flow? Comment if you felt that sweet spot. It's proof this balance already exists within you. Next, we'll see how aligning these energies not only changes your inner world, but also transforms your relationships and the way others respond to you. When your inner masculine and feminine energies align, something powerful happens in your outer world. In relationships, you stop seeking someone to complete you because you feel whole within yourself. This creates deeper, more authentic connections. At work or in your passions, you find yourself more focused and more creative. You can execute ideas without losing the spark that inspired them. And inside yourself, there's a sense of peace. You no longer feel torn between logic and intuition, discipline and surrender. They begin working together, like two sides of the same coin. People around you will feel this shift too. They'll sense your calm confidence, your ability to take action when needed, but also to listen and hold space. It's a magnetic energy that doesn't need to prove itself. It simply is. This is why ancient masters said the law of gender is the key to true harmony. When you embody both forces, you live in alignment with the natural flow of the universe. If you're starting to feel how this law could change more than just your mindset, hit like now. It's one step toward bringing this hidden wisdom to more people. Next, we'll uncover why this principle was taught in secret schools of philosophy and how it was seen as the foundation for manifesting anything in life. In the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, Greece, and India, the law of gender wasn't taught to everyone. It was reserved for those who were ready to understand creation at a deeper level. They believed this principle was the foundation of manifestation. Why? Because every creation begins with the feminine energy of conception, the idea, the vision, the inspiration. But that idea stays in the unseen until the masculine energy of action gives it form. Without one, the other is incomplete. This is why the ancients said, all things have their masculine and feminine principles. Nothing can exist without them. It wasn't about physical gender. It was about universal polarity, the cosmic dance that creates everything. And they knew that when you learn to unite these energies within yourself, you become a conscious creator. You stop waiting for life to just happen and start shaping it with intention and flow. But this was considered dangerous knowledge in the wrong hands. Why? Because someone who can consciously create is no longer easily controlled. So they taught it quietly, symbolically, hidden in myths and sacred texts. Do you think this kind of wisdom should stay hidden, or should it be shared more openly now? Comment your thoughts. You might start a conversation others are waiting for. Next, we'll explore how you can apply this principle in your own life to bring balance, purpose, and even manifestation into reality. So how do you actually use the law of gender in your life? Start by observing any goal or intention you have. Ask yourself, do I have both energies present? If you have the feminine, meaning you have a vision, a dream, or an inspiration, but you're missing the masculine, it will stay just a thought. You'll feel stuck in the idea stage. If you have the masculine, endless action, structure, and pushing, but no feminine, you'll burn out, creating things that lack meaning or soul. The key is to bring both together. First, allow the feminine energy. Imagine, feel, connect to the deeper why behind your desire. Then engage the masculine energy. Take aligned steps, build structure, move toward it in the physical world. Even in relationships, this balance shifts everything. Bringing softness and strength, listening and leading, creates harmony with others without losing yourself. When you begin to live this way, you realize you're not fighting life anymore. You're co-creating with it. If you're starting to see how this law is more than just a concept, hit like now. It might help more people recognize the key they've been missing. Next, we'll close with the most important truth about the law of gender, why understanding it can unlock your highest potential and true inner harmony. Here's the truth most people never realize. The law of gender isn't just a spiritual idea. It's the blueprint of how life itself works. It's the reason why creation, in any form, needs both the spark of inspiration and the structure to bring it alive. It's why we feel incomplete when we ignore one side of ourselves. When you embrace this principle, you stop forcing. You stop living in extremes. Instead, you find a natural rhythm where your mind and heart, your action and intuition, your discipline and creativity all move together in harmony. This is where true power lies, not in denying your masculine or feminine energy, but in honoring both. The ancients said this balance is the key to unlocking your highest potential, because when you become whole within yourself, you stop searching for completion outside. You live with clarity, purpose, and peace. If this realization is sparking something in you, comment, "I'm ready for balance" below. Your words might be the sign someone else needs right now. Now let's close with the most important truth of all. You are already complete. The masculine and feminine energies you've been seeking are not outside you. They've been within you all along. The law of gender isn't asking you to become someone else. It's inviting you to remember who you truly are, a perfect union of creation and action, intuition and focus, softness and strength. When you bring these forces into harmony, you don't just live life, you co-create it. So, what will you choose? To keep living out of balance, feeling like something is missing? Or to finally align with the universal principle that governs all creation? The choice is yours. If this message opened your eyes, like this video now, it's a small act that helps more people discover this hidden wisdom. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring the universal laws that can transform your life. And share this with someone you know is ready to find balance too. Because when one person remembers their wholeness, it inspires others to do the same. The dance of creation is already within you. Now it's time to let it guide you.